Dota, and the panel talked about drafts, like Team Spirit. I'm not convinced by this Monkey King, and everything they have is like single target. All abilities pretty much are single target besides Wukong's command, and yeah, it might make Anglier's life miserable with Vayne ulti, with Grimstroke ulti, Cloud on top of him. But I love just what they have. You have Tiny, who's gonna create the space for Phantom Lancer, and I don't believe Ricky Battle Fury can match Phantom Lancer's farm. You might need to go for it, but still Phantom Lancer just farms way too quickly.
Now there's two things that stood out from the conclusion, the panel's conclusion on the draft for me. One thing, and they brushed over real quick, is that I think it was Kyle that said, you know, this PL is still going to be the strongest hero on the map, or something along those lines. And I remember being preached to by Winter about, you know, all you need to know when you're watching a draft, look at the 10 heroes, do you think which hero is the strongest on the map? That's the team that is going to win most.
You might want to unplug your cable sheaves.
Oh.
You're a bit robotic right now. Hope that fixes it. Yeah, Winter always has some nice points. Like, what is the strongest hero on the map? It definitely is Phantom Lancer in this game. You know,
it should be better right now, right?
Well, it's not.
No.
Try to reconnect.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm solo casting this one. I'm getting double the money, which is very good for me. So I don't care if you manage to reconnect or not. Hope you're back, Sheaves.
I'm back, but I don't know if I'm a robot. Is it good? Am I good?
It's good now, yeah.
Yeah, let's see if we can do that the whole game and the whole series through bad. Actually, Owen's bad, but let's not blame.
Yeah, it's probably Owen who's messing up with the settings, of course.
Yes. Very, very true. Alright, so PL strongest hero on the map. And the mid lane, the other comment that stood out to me is like the mid lane is going to be very important, which is perfect. Because for both teams, I kind of feel like Aragon and Iceberg are like the players to watch on their squad.
Iceberg definitely a player to watch. You never know what can happen with him. Even though he is playing against the Monkey King, Tiny with the tree grab, he's kind of a melee / range hero. You have almost 400 range with it. And Monkey King should be careful. Like, he has only 2 armor. If you toss him back to the tower, he's straight up dead. Like, it's not that great of a matchup for Monkey.
No. So we're gonna see more rotations already, perhaps. Misha, for example. Misha is already on his way to the middle lane. See if he can help out Aragon a little bit.
I don't think he can do much as maybe he just wants to try to kill the courier.
Under attack.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Just pass it through.
I thought he was gonna use one brain sap and then just go back to the top lane, which means that Ricky was solo on the top, pulled the creep wave for himself, but he is only 3 TS, while you have other heroes like Phantom Lancer, he's already 10 and 4.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have the Bane to help him out, so maybe that's the reason. But at the same time, I kind of feel like he should have more than 3. Oh, he has 5 at least now, so that's good. All right. On this bottom lane, what are you expecting from the PL versus the Void Spirit Grim and the Shadow Demon, of course, here too for FlyToMoon? Which lane do you favor?
Did you think
it's a Grimstroke who like tends to play very aggressive. Now that they are level 2, Remnant with Ink Swell, that's a lot of damage. They combo, but there's always disruption to save things up.
Yeah.
But if they keep doing that, they're gonna run out of region on FlyToMoon side.
And the disruption level 1 is very long cooldown as well, almost half a minute. So if the cooldown from the Grimstroke Void Spirit combo is a little shorter than that, they might be able to continue that aggression. In the meantime, the top lane. Oh, Iceberg.
Yeah, I saw him queuing up a raid band. Like, there's some extra attack speed on Tiny. Tiny's attack speed is insanely bad.
He just wants to hit people, which you know is very fitting because he used to be a boxer.
That's true.
That is true. And he is doing really well in this middle lane, but he is keeping even with the Monkey King, which you said should not be the case. He should win.
Tiny
no?
should win? No.
Yeah.
Like I would say 55, like 45 for Monkey King.
For Monkey King.
It also
okay.
depends on the rotation. I mean, you're still, what is his range? 350 when he has a tree. Still, you're harassing Monkey King, but Monkey has Orb of Venom. But the thing is, you should not die in this lane. If you have enough mana, to always use the toss, you're not gonna die.
Oh, always gonna fly! He is going to die. There you go. First blood on the board. Afterlife will take it.
Void cascade.
And he disrupted the Void Spirit rather than himself this time around. Not sure if that was the best play, but at the same time, probably would have died either way. I did not know that the Inkswell would still stun even if you were disrupted.
Wait, what? Inside
As in, so the Void Spirit was disrupted, but the Shadow Demon still got stunned from the Inkswell by the looks of it.
I don't think that's possible. You're involved.
Okay, maybe I just saw it completely wrong.
But I could be wrong. Dota works in mysterious ways. Can I get
It's
this
true.
kill? It would be
Yes,
pretty
they
big.
can.
Yep. So he
4
used the
stacks or
90
2?
gold worth of item to TP back, and now you have to walk back to the lane for like 20 seconds, which means that the FlyToMoon's carry will get the free farm on this lane.
Yeah. That was a risky teleport and did not pay off for that Grimstroke indeed. So you want some movements into the middle lane, but you already said Bane wasn't a great one to rotate and help out either Monkey King. We do have on the other side a Nyx Assassin thinking about rotating and helping out his Tiny. Maybe. But who do you want to have rotate middle? Like, who is gonna help either of these guys? Or do they not need help? They're still keeping fairly even.
One way to rotate when you have Tiny in your team as a mid laner is just you stand on your tier 1 tower and it uses the back toss. That's the play. Like, you don't try to go around, use a stun. Also, I don't know what Bane is doing. I guess she was just making a rotation because Nyx Assassin was missing, so he was protecting his Monkey King. Otherwise, like, you don't want to make a rotation with Bane. This combo makes no sense. Like, what are you gonna do? Use a Nightmare into Jingu, and then Monkey falls asleep?
Yep, that's basically it. That's what you got. But he is gonna be making his way back top with an Invis rune this time around. Alodan's already was top again because the harassment of the Racho is well, it's still pretty intense, to be honest. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alodan's missing the stun there, and that might actually set up to nah, it's just harassment. They don't really have a lot of kill potential on the top. Not yet.
It's very important in general. Has a good game. Disarm from Lucky Shot is sick against Ricky, against Monkey King. You don't want to buy early BKBs on these two cores. Like, you want to get at least 1.5 item before.
We have Aragon, by the way, farming some of the neutral stacks from not stacks, but the neutrals from Iceberg. And he leaves like one mud golem there, so he took the one with the 2 little ones, just to make sure that if Iceberg is going to farm there, he's gonna find less gold in the camp than he would before. But funny. Oh, June taking quite a beating. He still has a doppelganger. Will be using it to get out. He always want to fly. He has 4 stacks of Afterlife, making sure that Afterlife is not gonna chase that, even though the Inkswell did hit. Not enough damage to do anything. So this is quite a quiet laning stage, Lacoste. I'm not impressed. Where's the battling? Yeah,
On that lane,
please.
As expected, like, there shouldn't be any kills if there aren't rotations. Like, both of them are just gonna farm. Top lane as well, you said, not really a killer lane.
How can you make it a killer lane? Or did the teams just top lane or bottom lane? Do the teams just want to continue on? Like, are they both fine with the way things are going?
I think it's very important for both of these teams that offliners are having a good time, and they are. Like,
Okay.
both of these heroes are like team fighting, assassinate type of heroes.
True. So at what point do you feel like they're gonna be more active? Like, what do they need any items, or is it just levels that they need?
Level 6 once you get on Pangolier, but he is very low on mana. They have a Sentry Ward, Ricky no Quelling Blade, interesting. Man knows how to last hit even without it, which is pretty impressive for 2020.
Does it everybody, or does everybody now buy a Quelling Blade to
Everyone just
basically
gets a Quelling Blade. It's an extra damage, you clear the waves faster, which means that you farm, get more gold. More gold means more items, and more items means more probability to win.
Yep. And Iceberg just read the situation wrong. That was an interesting movement from him. He walked all the way top, decided that Racho disappearing from the lane must mean that they have a ward on the high ground, which they didn't. So if the counter wards happen, because at that point it was the same time away, General, he is able to roll around. Misha is there to help out the Nightmare, keeping the Racho safe. He's able to jump to the back, pop salve as well. General is alive. The Racho is alive, no longer salve. The tree gets tossed away. In the meantime, Always Wanna Fly dies on the bottom lane. Both sides having a battle at about the same time, but that was a close one there. And in the end, on the lanes, it's only Shadow Demon that dies to Afterlife, who is not going to be. Surely it's too late. Yeah. This outpost will remain in the control of the Radiant. Afterlife has got to run. He's going to at least take this bounty rune. Will drop to VTune.
That's 200 gold and XP to Phantom Lancer, who's already having a great game. And Pano talked about Tiny's item build. Like, you're not gonna see this Boing Dagger. You just get status resistance, SNY, Mask of Madness, which increases your farm. Look at how farm he fast with. I mean, he has a built-in Battle Fury basically, and now with the Mask of Madness, it's only 25 mana, low cooldown. You can keep using it pretty much always.
Yeah, it's on top of the network, followed by VTune's Phantom Lancer. And of course he was, already playing aggressive. He might be regretting playing aggressive though, because Team Spirit is here. 4 of them are here actually, all here to try and take down Iceberg, but General wanted to stop it. They were rolling Thunder and the Lucky Shot, doing a lot of damage there. Team Spirit gets the Monkey King, Wukong's command out, but Monkey King dies inside of that, and now Iceberg comes back in with all the spells on cooldown. Maybe his time to shine. He does pop a couple of bubble charges, but it's not enough. Doesn't give him enough mana to try and go for this. That was fortunate for Team Spirit, and actually VTune rotated for this one as well. They're not done yet. Always Wanna Fly, getting a disruption in the back line. This Bane, very squish, will die.
Tiny is just way too tanky to take him down. He is 1800 HP, and this is why I thought offlaners are very important in this game. There was no Void Spirit in the fight, and what Pango does also break from next assassin on that monkey, so he can get the Jingu history procs. And now there's gonna be a free tower, so much better trade from FlyToMoon. There's a big difference.
Do you feel like
what the offlaner from FlyToMoon brings to a team fight and Void Spirit? He's going straight into Aghanims, which I really like. The AoE silence is great.
Yeah. Do you feel like he is like he should have gone top to help the fight, or did he make the right call?
He should definitely be top. Very elusive, hard to kill. If they use their spells, there's no way you're dying. And the problem was Bane was almost level 6, and Grimstroke doesn't even have a point in ult, even though he is 6.
Sentries above sentries, and that means no aggression in the Radiant jungle at the moment.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm curious to see when Afterlife is gonna mingle in these fights, because that first bit of aggression, it kind of feels to me like it set the tone, like in favor of FlyToMoon, and in terms of like the flow. If they determine the flow, they're ahead. They are gonna be able to keep up with that. And
bottom tower is
it's gonna be hard for Team Spirit to wiggle those reins away from FlyToMoon.
I'm just worried about these two supports. Like, Bane is a lane dominator. You did not really win the top lane. The combo is great. That's the only combo they have with the Grimstroke ulti. Double Fiend's Grip. But you need to skill the ulti, and he just did on a Grimstroke.
Yeah, the downside is, of course, the ways of stopping the channel of the Fiend's Grip. There's a lot of ways to stop that channel from happening. Actually, everybody can stop it. Yeah. Apart from the fast Lancer, everybody can. Just interrupt him.
Once Phantom Lancer gets the Fusel Blade, they should be ready to fight, and it's gonna come faster than Ricky's one, so they will have like a 1-2 minute window. Tiny.
Ooh, Nightmare set things up. Fiend's Grip coming in as well. Spike Carapace doesn't interrupt. Yeah, they are able to kill the next assassin and Iceberg as well. They're not done yet. They are also getting the Shadow Demon. Everybody from Team Spirit punishing a little bit of extra aggression on the side of Iceberg, who did not have his team backing him up this time around.
Next assassin made a mistake. Like, he was waiting with the stun, then tried to use Carapace and got silenced after. Carapace did nothing. Didn't stop the Bane. And Team Spirit, like, they are bringing numbers every single time. They have more people. Oh, next.
Ooh, nice Spike Carapace this time around, but I'm not sure if that's where you want to be. Alola, that he'll die before he can do anything else. General, Rolling Thunder through everything. Nice Swashbuckle. Trying to force him away from this tower is going to be the goal. Afterlife. Yeah, they are able to force him away from the tower. They don't get a kill off the back of it, but FlyToMoon save their tier 1.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's very important to keep your tier 1 tower alive. Ricky in a range of Sentry, but there is no follow-up, so he's just gonna blink away. Also, I see Pangolier is going for like a greedy build. I don't think you need to have it within this game. You have Tiny, who's not getting a blink dagger, which means he's building this like strength status resistance items. So you want to have something that builds into like a pipe Vlad's. Javelin is fine. I don't mind Javelin because you will always be having a kill potential with that item, but I would want to see like a Vlad's on him right now.
Yeah, you want him to be taking the more supporty items, if you will, like the auras.
Yes, you have Tiny who scales, you have Phantom Lancer who will be the strongest hero in the game at one point, so you don't need to be greedy.
Maybe he'll change his mind. Probably won't, but we'll see. Ooh. Spike Carapace coming out from a low dance, but Afterlife doesn't use a single spell anymore. Can he get out is the question. It looks like he will be able to. FlyToMoon is not even going to make an aggressive movement on that one. In the meantime, V-Tune is getting chased by Aragon here. They're able to set them up. Immersion got the time to teleport in as well, and it is this PL that dies. Very deep inside enemy territory. And they're able to find a real one pretty fast as well.
Once Phantom Lancer gets a couple of items, like one item that boosts his HP, either like a Basher, which is made from Vanguard, or you get like a Heart, these two supports are not gonna do anything. It's very hard for them to play into any kind of illusion heroes.
But, I mean, he just got a Diffusal Blade. I thought maybe FlyToMoon would try to play a little bit more aggressive towards Team Spirit, like as a squad.
That's what I expected.
But they're not. Maybe this is what we've been waiting for. There we go. We got the smoke. They only lack the next assassin, but it doesn't matter. He can come invisible anyway. There's a new sentry placed by Amisha and an op, so okay. They already see V-Tune. The smoke is still intact for a couple, though. They might want to try and wrap around. Do you think they got what it takes to kill Ricky, or will they go mid instead?
Ricky is a tough kill to get.
The two supports are nice, but
yeah.
I mean, at this point, everybody missing from the map. Team Spirit knows that something's up.
Where could they be?
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, we see a big drawing from the minimap from Aragon. Monkey King knows exactly where they are, so they are indeed scouted out purely by elimination. If they're not anywhere else, they're in that triangle. Their Retro is still the target, though. Or maybe his courier is at this point. Always want to fly. He's got to find the dust. Ooh, getting silenced up. Still got the purge off, though. Gets a disruption up on himself as well. And Team Spirit, they want to be here for. They teleport in. Always want to fly. It's going to be the first target at this rate. But VTune is here, and he's going for the Rat Show. Out of mana, out of life almost as well. But he's getting saved for the moment. VTune just backing off again. Now going back in for the Rat Show, who lost his Bane already. Jumps forward to Afterlife. Oh, out of that one as well, and jumps to the tower. But is it enough to live? It is not enough to live. And VTune is in now. Past the tier 1 tower. Spy Carapace as well, and indeed Iceberg from the side. Going for old Afterlife. In the meantime, Monkey King can't really contribute to this fight anymore either, and he knows. Aragon is just watching from the tree side, from the tree tops. Iceberg is still in with this. Getting Fiend's Grip from the high ground by Misha, and there's no way to interrupt him with the lower downs being asleep. Now Aragon going back in on Iceberg. Getting the stun up there as well. There is enough damage to take him down. A little bit too deep there in the dust. Catches the lower downs as well, but he'll be able to make it out alive.
That's why I love Iceberg. There's still tier 1 tower on the bottom lane, almost full HP. He decides to toss his teammate onto tier 3 tower and just pays the price.
Yep.
I mean, if he used the toss straight away, they would have been able to kill him. Yeah, you're still dead, Shadow Demon.
Yeah, I admire the attempt to live. You know, he definitely gave it his all. Sometimes you just see support standing still and just waiting for it to come. No, not always want to fly. He's just gonna try his darnest to make him work for it.
Very weird fights chosen by FlyToMoon. First Tiny doesn't show up on time, then when he shows up, just feeds a kill straight away. And this will give, if they give them 1 or 2 more fights like this, it will give Team Spirit enough time to farm the items. Like Monkey King is going into BKB so that he can stand his ground and fight. If Ricky is going for the Fusel Wood, running for Battle Fury, and Tiny's gonna die.
He is. He's silenced up. Is there anybody that's able to help him? If there is, it's not going to be in time. Teleport cancelled by the Shadow Demon as well, and this should be the end of this tier 1 tower. There's still some people hiding around though. Always want to, or rather, lower dance in the trees, getting scattered out as well. They find always want to fly. Is in on their cloud. It's being forced back. Can't save any of his teammates. I think they should just let this tower die. The Rat Show, maybe they can kill him off though. They're doing a lot of damage. They are able to take him down. And Misha from the sidelines, VTune coming in. They do lose the tower, but at least they denied it. No extra gold going the way of Team Spirit. It's a 2 for 2 in the end. But the next assassin, of course, joining Iceberg's Tiny there. Who do you favor?
Sloppy executions from both of these teams. They got the tier 1 tower, but it's not those kinds of fights you want to choose at the moment. Like, we see more of these back and forth fights with these tier 2 teams, where one team has an advantage but doesn't know how to utilize it properly. Like, there was a couple of unnecessary deaths already on Iceberg, but I still feel they are in control of this game.
Yeah. They are the ones that are able to fight more, it feels like, or easier. They have lower cooldowns to work with, perhaps, although obviously the Rolling Thunder, I guess, is that their longest cooldown to work with?
Yeah.
No, that's not that long either. Nice. Have we seen the combination of the 2 Fiends grips properly yet?
Not yet.
Arcane power.
Maybe the Smoke Gank will provide some of that, because they do look for a target to kill. They will try to hunt someone down. If they can find the real one, VTune. Oh, the real one actually is the one that they didn't find there in the end. He does get stopped. They actually go for the wrong target altogether. And now VTune thinking about going on immersion. Yep, they got that in real good. The rest of FlyToMoon is in this fight now too, and Aragon coming in with his BKBs. Look at the turn this one in their favor, but so far nobody dares walk into his Wukong's command. So it is Team Spirit that is looking to run away from the situation. Iceberg on the hunt, still getting stuck in these remnants. There's a Bane that died on the sideline. The toss in with the Spy Carapace. This time does hit Afterlife, but there's not enough to chase. I mean, the toss is really all they have in terms of chase potential, unless General goes to the Rolling Thunder, which he's thinking about. Ooh, that is a Ricky walking into a vision. There happen to be some sentry wards out there, and the Rat Show will pay the price for that one. In the meantime, Immersion didn't back up far enough. Will die there too. VTune dominating.
You don't have to have perfect execution. You just need to like play decently on FlyToMoon to win these team fights. Even though Fiend's Grip was used on PL Illusion, it's still hard for Vayne to like just stand his ground and ulti people. There's a lot of ways to either use a disruption or any kind of a stun to interrupt it. And they don't have the best like frontliner on Team Spirit. Yeah, Monkey King with the BKB stance, but everyone is just running away.
Yeah, I feel there's just a lot of mistakes being made this game. It's like, okay, everybody of Team Spirit runs away from that fight, right? And sure, FlyToMoon wants to chase, so they toss someone in. And then when they can't find the target that they toss someone in on, why is the rest still so close? Why couldn't they still find everybody else? There's like no reason to, because they should have backed off further by that time, but they didn't because they are maybe underestimating the FlyToMoon willingness to fight or to dive a tier 1 tower, which is weird because they dive towers all the time.
I mean, they want us to be entertained, and we are. This is much better approach from General. Like, he decided to go for Force Staff as his next item to push people out of the clouds, push people out of Wukong's command. Rolling Thunder duration. Oh man, that town got nerfed hard. 1 second less.
No. Plus 3 seconds. Still went for it over the shield crash ball cooldown. So we are 12 to 12 in terms of kills, but 4k gold in favor of FlyToMoon. And as you say, they have an easier time executing these team fights. How will then Team Spirit win fights? Because they do want to fight. They just have to find that perfect fight for them. I guess they have to make this smoke successful. Step 1.
Let's go. Good positioning. They're standing around the wharf. Always want to fly nose.
Yeah. Oh, they find some supports first. They go for always want to fly. The disruption is there. Afterlife already realizing is in way too deep. In comes the real V-Tune this time around, and Immersion does get the Soul Bind off, but there is no chance to get a Fiend's Grip off in this one. Misha already had to cancel his. V-Tune is still looking for targets. All Afterlife jump to the other side of the cliff. Will be picked off. 3 heroes dead on the side of Team Spirit, and they are just running for the hills at this point if they even can. The only one that can actually run is the Monkey King. Ergon was already out teleporting to the mid lane. That was disastrous. Like, that was not even close. That was like worse than disastrous. And the instant counter smoke. FlyToMoon is just rolling through this.
How you can win a game with your position 5 plays. Positioning from Shadow Demon, setting up a sentry and an observer ward. Team Spirit just went into a trap.
Yeah.
If they have Aghanim's on Void Spirit who can like silence people for 4 seconds, if you timed it correctly, there's still 2 Force Staff plus the Shadow Demon disruption, so a lot of ways to like prolong these team fights, which FlyToMoon really benefits from. And they're not relying on any cooldowns to win a fight. The longest cooldown is Rolling Thunder, and even without it, they can still take a fight. One good thing to notice is like Vayne, he's new and people I'm gonna call it, even though he's been like that for quite some time. Like, you lower the status resistance, so status resistance build like on Tiny is just gonna be nullified if you use spells on it, of course.
Yeah, but everything gets interrupted all the time anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it is 0.1 second on the Fiend's Grip, or if it is going to be 0.5 second on the Fiend's Grip. It's going to be short either way with all these interrupts coming out. It doesn't feel like Team Spirit can really find the fight that they want, and they still have a really big Phantom Lancer problem.
It is. Like, Ricky is forced to get a BKB. He was trying to get Battle Fury, but right now you just need an item to take care of yourself since there's no save on your side. Same goes for Monkey. BKB into Maelstrom, you need like Radiance, Maelstrom, Battle.
Afterlife, I think you made a mistake. Coming in too close, they are able to kill off the next assassin. V-Tune though, he's just looking for the targets. He has got that Aegis, he feels no fear going for Misha now. Misha, if you can find the real one, you can get a Fiend's Grip or a Night. No, that was the wrong one. Too bad. Unfortunate indeed. Oh, the Racho. If there's vision there, they're gonna find you. But luckily for him, no sentries on the board at the moment. Still a trade. That's something.
Yeah, you traded the tier 2 tower for nothing. Good trade.
I mean, they got the Nyx assassin kill. You know, silver lining.
The problem is this Phantomizer has a basher at the moment, and with the illusions, both of these supports can't deal well with the illusions. Like, you run at them, and then you need to run back.
Yeah. Well, 2 more outer towers on the side of Team Spirit. The Aegis is still in the hands of FlyToMoon. Looks like for now though they're backing off, getting some more farm, pushing out some more waves. Ooh. Yeah, that scan on the Radiant side did scout out the Retro, but the Retro is already out. Teleported out. In the meantime, on the top lane, Monkey King could not teleport out. Didn't even try. Didn't even have time to pop his BKB and do anything at all with all the disable coming out from Aloha Dance and Iceberg. Couldn't even take out a tier 1 tower. Very sad.
It's just slowly falling apart for Team Spirit. 2 supports being stuck in the
falling apart. Who is not stuck in the base? The only one not stuck in the base is Aragon, right?
Duracio's just farming, trying to get any kind of farm. Even Void Spirit has more farm than Ricky in this game.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Why is that? Did he have such a bad lane?
I like how this one feels.
He didn't get that much. I mean, we go back to Quelling Blade. By Quelling Blade, he would have Battle Fury plus 1 more item if he had it. Just kidding. But definitely,
I would have been impressed with that. They're just poking on the tower, seeing if someone comes out. But Team Spirit's not yet being baited into fighting. Want to wait out that Aegis on that PL first. But at this point, I mean, 10k, 11k gold in favor of FlyToMoon. Team Spirit is just looking a little lost. They need more time, a lot more time to get the Retro to the point where he can actually fight properly against a PL. Is he the only one who can block against something?
They know exactly where they are, stuck in their base.
That's fair. They know the base like the back of their hand. It's time to explore everything.
Has way too many items at the moment. None of these cords deal well with him. Look at the Ratio. He might be in trouble. There's a gem on General. Gemeral. Yeah, the Ratio. I mean, that's unfortunate, but he really he needs to be out, right? He needs to get that BKB, and if he's not out farming, they'll know for sure that they're not going to win. So he needs to take those risks, and they don't always pay off. Like this time around. And without that Ratio, they're going to try to force a buyback, but he doesn't want to use that money to buy back. He wants to use that money to buy BKB, so I think they might just give up this entire lane of racks. They have to at this point. Wow, Iceberg is just chunking through that barracks. Alright, they got the entire lane, and they're already pinging out the tier 2 on the top lane. At least the Aegis disappears, so maybe Team Spirit has a fighting chance? Just as slow that Ricky sold everything and now has a BKB, 1 Raid Band, Diffusal Blade, and Power Treads. This is do or die for them. They might just straight up GG. They know Aegis is gone, and if they lose this fight, with the HP on Tiny plus a 3 grab, like, they can just end the game if they lose this one.
Oh, the smoke is broken by Aloha Dance. They know someone's close. A lot of pings happening. Both teams are aware something is on foot. Team Spirit just really wants to get the jump on FlyToMoon, and FlyToMoon just, well, they want to get the jump on Team Spirit.
And Tiny is so fat. Look at them. A thick rock, 3.6k HP with 40% status resistance.
Ooh, they found Aragon. He's trying to make it out here, but he finds immersion instead. Actually, Vichun looking for some juicy support blood, and support blood is being found by Iceberg as well. Misha can't get himself back up to life with a brain set. The Rush in the meantime pops his BKB, takes a couple of hits from Iceberg and gives him a double kill with that. His life is down and out because he does not have buyback. Supports were able to buy back. Let's see what they can do with the two of them. Both of them still have their ultimates available. Nightmare to keep himself alive. Misha is just running to try and see if he can make it to the fountain. But at this point, even the illusions of Vichun are hurting him so much. He does end up making out of the fountain, but is not able to help out Aragon. He's trying to keep himself alive. His BKB already running out. He's running around in his Wukong's command, but yeah, that's unfortunate. Forced to buy back.
That's the combo.
There it is. Where's the damage? In comes Aragon. It's too late though. They are able to kill off Misha at the back, but this PL, oh, finally they get him. And Iceberg will die as well with Afterlife coming back in after he killed off the Shadow Demon. That is the defense that Team Spirit was hoping for, although it wasn't. I mean, seriously, that was FlyToMoon basically winning the game and thinking, let's just dive fountain, almost. And they went a little bit too deep, but that was, all things considered, better than expected.
Team Spirit. Yeah, I mean, they just gave it to them. I'm pretty sure it was Iceberg with that call, guys, give me a rampage.
Yeah.
It did not happen. Like, you don't really need to go for this kind of a play. You only took one Raxes, I mean, one set of Raxes, and how many buybacks did they use? One on Monkey, one on Grimstroke, and one on Bane. So 3 buybacks.
Yeah, 3.
Roche may respawn in 10 seconds. If it spawns straight away, they have enough damage to take it.
Yeah. How much of an opening do you think this fight gave Team Spirit? Like, do they have a lot more higher chance to take out this game? Because they did. Also, did they take the gem from? Oh, they have their own actually. General did not die. Yeah, they have their own.
I wouldn't say it's a comeback. They need
Radiant's top
like
tower
1 or
is under attack.
2 more fights like this. Your Monkey bought back, which means that he's not gonna have another item. Ricky died, didn't get anything out of that fight.
No, it was kind of sad because we know he went all in for that BKB and he was still just basically cannon fodder for the Tiny. He just punched him like 3 times and he died. BKB is not going to help you live against all that physical damage. FlyToMoon smoked up, looking to make up for their mistakes. Oh, they're Racho. Where's General? He's the one with the gem. They place a sentry. More sentries being placed as well on the side of FlyToMoon. Aragon thinking about jumping in. The silence is already in on Always Wanna Fly, but he's able to get forward staff to the high ground. Still getting chased a little bit as General is the target on one side of the high ground. And it is Team Spirit that is in control of this high ground so far. They are able to take out Always Wanna Fly, but he buys back. He's going to be back in this fight. Wukong's command is up in the meantime. Vichun waits until it's over and jumps to the high ground looking for a target, but he can't find anyone at this moment. 2 fights split up, both taken out of support, but a buyback available on one of them, no buyback on the other.
Like, yeah, you have no Monkey ulti, no BKBs. We're gonna go and try to siege the high ground, even though our position 5 had to use a buyback, but still okay-ish. Oh man, these towers just melt.
Okay, that's the soul bind, but the Bane is dead. We have no follow-up from that. They do not have any other combo for that. Well, Afterlife being saved for now, but Aragon can take out Vichun. He's taking quite a bit of damage. He does die. No, he does not. He gets disrupted. He just disappeared. My bad. Afterlife, BKB won't save you now. Through the fountain they go. Jump up the high ground from the Ricky as well. Their Rack's already dead.
They could have done this, I'd say 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Just go for mega creeps. Bane is out, Grimstroke, no ulti, no Void Spirit. Void Spirit has buyback at the moment, and he is causing a lot of like issues if they're fighting outside the base. But FlyToMoon, they should just focus Raxes. No saving buyback on Void Spirit.
Yeah, the buyback is used, and he is back in it together with Aragon. They want to try and take out Iceberg, but he gets forced out for now. Safe. Island stop, taking quite a bit of damage, and Wolf tries starting to punch some things, but he won't be able to punch himself out of that one. No V-Tune. One-man army. Is it enough? 1 versus 5, but the Fiend's Grip on the right one. Misha, make sure he kills that one off too. That is 2 cores dead. They still got a lane of racks. They killed 2 cores. Forced out a buyback on Iceberg. It's not all bad for Team Spirit. Roshan is available too.
You do not want to give them Roche. Like, Monkey King is farmed right now. He also is getting closer to level 25, built an Aghanim Scepter. So in these prolonged team fights, the Aghanim is going to do so much. If they want to contest this, they need to buy back on Phantom Lancer.
They can. That puts them in a very tricky situation with already having buyback on Iceberg as well. Avalanche toss coming in. Oh, that is already, they're actually on the sidelines, but it is really this monkey that is the saving grace, perhaps. No, he's also dead for 2 full minutes, and I think that is going to be the end of it, perhaps, for Team Spirit with the 2 cores on the sidelines. Bane dies as well. Afterlife tries to get himself out of there. Spark Buckle misses there from the Pangolier. Avalanche still hits though. He's able to dissimulate himself. Away, perhaps? No, still gets killed off. He's trying though. He's trying. GG is cool. I must say this was had a very exciting like 10-minute period, but once we knew who came out ahead of the